I had a vision of having the most beautiful, godly, Christ-centered family, with the husband being the head, me being the supporter of the husband, and also having a beautiful and complete family. But that vision now seems kind of like a blurred vision of the past, what I had expected. And we all have that expectation, and it's a normal expectation because God has put in our hearts to have that complete family. But when we look at the beginning of time, the family home was fractured because of the fall of Adam and Eve. So this has trickled down today to our relationships. So it kind of sounds like when I say I have a vision, it's like I feel like Martin Luther King. I have a dream, you know? And I did have that dream, and it is a realistic dream, but now we have to deal with the reality that reality has changed, and it's not anything that we have done in our control, but we give up that control to God. So I ended up just admitting to myself the things that I've been through. So I've been through abuse, I've been through infidelity. My husband was pathologically lying. And as much as I was fighting for the marriage and fighting for God to restore him, to restore us, and anything that's in me as well that's broken, that can be contributing to the problem, but finally God separated us. And I still pray for my ex-husband, but however, what has helped me really is just admitting the truth. And I think like when someone dies, we kind of go through this period of denial. And I think the healthiest thing you can do is not deny what has happened. So if you're a single mom because of abuse, then admitting what has happened, you don't have to broadcast it to everyone, but being honest with yourself is the first step in moving forward. So then finally, seeking the kingdom, and all will be given to you. So God takes care of the widows. And even though I'm not a widow because my husband is not dead, but spiritually he is dead in the sense that he's abandoned his role, and his role to provide for me and also to be obedient to Christ. So I consider myself like a widow, and God has been taking such good care of me. He's been blessing me with everything more than my husband could ever bless me with. And he's been providing me with a lot of peace through it all as I lean onto him and the word. So the Bible verses that has really helped me is focusing on this day and not tomorrow. So every day has enough worries of its own. Tomorrow has enough worries of its own. So just focusing on one day at a time. Asking God to restore your joy, your energy, praising him throughout the day, connecting with word and prayer and community. I know these are things that are commonly said. It may be like, we already kind of expect it, but not neglecting those practices, because when you give yourself to God, then he will give you everything. So when you prioritize him, he will make sure that your cupboards are always overflowing with food, and he will make sure that you're always protected and you're okay. So if I'm here today, it's because I'm grateful to say that God has protected me through some of the worst things, and he's now blessing me with some of the best things. And I want to share my experience because I know there's probably a lot of other women that have experienced abuse or are going through it. I just want to say that you're not alone, and you don't have to endure it, but God will help you to cope, and just lean on him and he will make your path straight, okay? But I just want to say that you don't have to accept abuse, and that there are a lot of resources out there to help you. So it's important that you educate yourself on it and what it is. But there is a cycle of abuse. So just knowing that you maybe were a victim, but God will take you from victim to victor. and you will become the head and not the tail. So just rest on him and keep on seeking the kingdom, and all will be given to you. So these are the things that have helped me to cope, is really leaning on my community, turning to prayer and the word. So I hope this helps you too. I know this is a short video, but these are just the main points. And yeah, God will give you another vision, and he will restore things. He'll make beauty from ashes. So maybe it might not be with your ex-husband, and maybe he might bring a godlier husband in your life. But God wants you to focus on him and your relationship with him, because he's the one that will give you everything more than any other person can. All right? God bless you. Take care.